Hey guys, what's up? Welcome back to the channel. This is not much of a review video. This is more like a life hack advice type video on how to save cash. In general, you should have quite a bit of savings. You should diversify that as much as you can. Diversify meaning just spread out in different ways. For instance, me personally, I have a Roth IRA, I believe is what it's called. I have a money market account that doesn't gain much interest that sits at a bank. I have a portfolio, an investing portfolio that's pretty heavily dividend based that makes quite a bit of money. But this video is about none of those. This is about having a cash reserve of money, which I think is always, you never know when you just need cash, right? The problem is when it's sitting around and it's right in front of your face, it's hard not to just spend it. Or you and your friends get drunk and you're like, let's go to the strip club, I got a bunch of cash. So this little life hack for me helped me, number one, save cash, and number two, not spend it. Now, if you do this organically, it's not a very fast way to gain a big stockpile of cash. But if it's just something where you want it to have a low impact on your life as far as like your income, then you can do it very, very passively and it doesn't eat into your money very much. But let's get into it. This is about $3 grand that I've saved over about a year, maybe a year and a couple months. Now this is because there was heavy cash flow coming in and out through contractors, renovation and stuff like that. See if you notice anything weird about this money at all. See if you see any oddities. Hint, 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 hint. Hint, hint. So the hints I'm saying, those are just the ones you can see like right on camera. Those are old bills, right? Now, here's the gist. Let me give you the gist, the whole preface here, right? What you do is you're saving unique and weird bills. So there are like 3 types of bills you can save. And the cool thing is the bills that you're saving are actually worth more than the face value of the bill. If it's a $20 bill of a certain variety, it could be worth more than $20. Let me explain. Let's look right off the bat at this $1 bill. See anything weird about it at all? Anything weird? Anything stand out to you? What about that right there? See that little star after the serial number? That's different, right? What's that called? That's called a star note. A star note is basically a rerun of a misprint of bills. If you want to find out the rarity of your star note, I don't even know why I didn't mention this, the bills that have the stars on them, if you want to, it's called mycurrencycollection.com, and you can go in, it's free, and you just enter your the year series, and then you enter your serial number, and it'll tell you the amount of the run, and it'll tell you on a scale of very rare to not rare at all. It'll tell you how rare your bill is. And many people collect these bills. There's different amounts. Waiting for electricity to go out. I was getting broken into. So anyways, when it comes to star notes, there's different levels of rarity involved. Now, if you get a run of like less than 640,000 or something, you can get in the rare end. And the more rare, the more they are worth. The better condition they're in, the more they're worth. How does this apply to you? When you go to the gas station and you take a $20 bill to buy a pack of gum, you get 18 bucks and something back in change, right? So what you do is you look through that 10, 15, 17, $18, and you're looking for bills that end in a star. Now the good thing is you won't find very many of them. How is that a good thing, you say? Let me tell you. When in my experience, in my life, when it comes to saving cash, if I can't just take $1,000 and just set $200 aside and not spend it, right? But if I assign a kind of like proprietary value to this dollar, being that it is a star note, like, ooh, this is cool, and this is something that will be worth more than $1 probably, and then in time even more maybe, then it becomes easier. But if every $100 I was getting back in change, 80 bucks of it was a star note, then it'd be much harder to save that money. The cool part is they're very rare and you're not gonna come across them very often, so you're not gonna notice a lot of money leaving your stream of income. Another cool one that's also very rare is old bills. You see these? If you're a younger person, you might not recognize these bills at all. You're like, those look counterfeit, but they're real bills. These are newer hundreds-ish. These are before the blue face hundreds came out. But these are even older hundreds right here. But these old bills, even now, can be worth more than face value, depending on condition, of course. So for instance, this bill was made in 1988, looks like. It's only been 30 years or so since then. So imagine in 50 more years how rare this will be. They become more rare because they don't continue in circulation. When these are found at like, not banks maybe, mints or something, I don't know the exact, but they don't recirculate these. They'll replace it with a regular new $5 bill. So this money does not get recirculated at a certain point, right? So these will become more and more and more rare. All these old bills will become more and more rare. So again, we're finding a intrinsic, like a proprietary value where you find it unique and cool enough to not want to spend the bill, right? And the other side of that would be if it's in a really good condition and in time, those bills will be worth more than face value. They probably already are. The market kind of dictates that though. At surface level, you can't take this in and get a $6 meal at McDonald's. But there's somebody out there that's willing to pay you $6 or $7 for this probably. The last and final bill kind that you can save is going to be number combinations. So if you look at this $100 bill, let me get it close to the camera here. Now see the serial number up here, right? Notice anything weird about it? Notice that it only contains 3 separate numbers. So there's a 3, a 4, and a 5. In a different combination, right? They're not as rare as a binary where if this was just like 355, 3335, 35 or something like that, it's not as rare, but it still has a little bit of value. Another weird combination, if you look at this one, right? Notice anything there? At surface level, it doesn't look like much, but if you rearrange the numbers, you get 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So that is they call it a run or something. I forgot what it's called. In poker, it'd be called a straight. But again, those bills, you can't take that $100 bill to Home Depot and buy a $150 impact driver with that $100 bill and be like, look, you see the number combination, right? It's special. It has nothing to do with that. This is about the value placed on these bills by other people, collectors and such, right? Who will pay you more than face value for a weird, peculiar bill. So once you have the bills, there's 2 kind of trains of thought here. Number 1 is you can take them and try to resell them somewhere, right? Maybe a currency collector in your local area or eBay or something like that. And number 2 is if you don't want to try and deal with the headache of like nitpicking over every bill with somebody, if you've acquired quite a bit of them, would be just to use them as face value if you ever run into a life crisis where you need a big chunk of savings, right? And you have it because you've been collecting these weird bills. So still, they have their surface value no matter what. Now, let's say you have a bunch of expendable money and you want to try and trick yourself into saving more cash, right? Let's say you got $50,000 in the bank. What do? You would take out, let's say $2,000, say give it to me all in $5 bills. I want $5 bills, $2,000 worth. So they're gonna give you stacks of cash, right? So then you can go and you can go through each one of those, and it's gonna take a while, but it's kind of fun to do. And you just go through each one of those $5 bills and look at the serial numbers, look to see if there's a star, look to see if you got an old one, and you find the anomalies within those, that stack of bills that you get, right? And you keep those, and you literally just take the rest back to your bank and say, I want to deposit this into my account. So let's say you found $40 out of the $2,000 were special bills. You get $40 put away, you put $1,960 back in your bank account, and you've lost $40 out of your bank account, but you have cash savings of something that might be actually worth more than the $40. So this is a way that I found that works for me because saving cash is hard for me when I see it in front of me. Personally, even to be safe, I take this and I put this in a safe deposit box. I had to run to my safe deposit box yesterday to go get this cash in order to make this video. But when bank opens back up on Monday, I'll be taking this back to the safe deposit box. I'm just hoping over the weekend I don't develop a spontaneous crack cocaine habit and blow it all, you know? But this is just a way that's worked for me, and it's a way to trick my mind into saving cash because I think it's really cool and really important to have a standby of cash, right? What if your bank closes down, your bank, I don't know, some catastrophic failure of some sorts, and you can't withdraw your money from the bank. Now, me personally, if the bank burned down, I still couldn't get into my safe deposit box, but let's say you're not keeping it, you're keeping it in a safe, in a closet safe or something like that, or some envelope in your shoe sock drawer or something. You have that cash there. Also, when the world ends and the reptiles come from underneath the Twin Towers and you know they're only gonna take old bills, cash, okay? You know it's coming. Open your third eye. But anyways, guys, this is just a tip, maybe a helpful tip. This might help you kind of be able to build a cash savings and mentally trick yourself into doing it. So anyways, guys, that's the end of the video. Thanks for watching. Have a great day. Bye.